tired me with a very awake Phoebe. So the first exercise that Phoebe's been learning to do is attention to relinquishing resources. And what that means is, here's a resource, a piece of hot dog. I'm going to put my hand down here, and her job is to, yes, give me eye contact in order to get the hot dog. Yes. And the idea is, she wants the hot dog. It's a resource in the environment. The way to get it is to relinquish it, make contact with me, and then the resource comes to her through me. Yes. So down the line, lots of this kind of thing, practice, it turns into, this piece of food in my hand becomes the squirrel, the raccoon, the glowing leaf, or the chasing dog, whatever it happens to be. Yes. And this isn't about sitting or standing. This is strictly about attention. So I don't care whether she's sitting, standing, lying down. I say yes is the cue that I use that says, bingo, that's exactly the right thing that you did, and a treat is forthcoming. So yes is the marker that tells her that's what you're getting paid for. Phoebe, Phoebes, I'm done. Yes, good girl. And it's important that we have our hand out. Now she's not going to fall for a doll. So that she takes her attention off it. It's not a leave it in that. I don't want her looking at it and leaving it, because if she's still looking at it, she's still connected to it. We want her to go, oh, yeah, that's not for me. So I'm sure that I have it. Put my hand out here. Yes. Good girl. Show her how to have it. Put my hand out. Yes. Now, as we go along, we try to increase the challenge by bringing the food closer to her face. Because when it's closer to her face, it's harder for her to relinquish it. Now, I'm not saying no or or anything. I'm simply letting her figure out that the only way the food comes to her is through attention. So when I put it closer to her, if she tries to take it, I'm simply going to take it away. I'm not going to say anything. What she's going to learn is, oh, trying to take it makes it go away. That's not what I want. I want it to come to me. How do I get it to come to me? Right, attention. So we're going to bring it a bit closer. Yes. Oops, I just dropped one. Freebie. Got a freebie. Yes. This is really good if she's ever going to be around little kids, because like little kids, their ice cream cones and sandwiches are right at dog nose level, and you want the dog to not think, oh, because it's right in front of my face, it must be for me. So, and grabbing kids' food. So you want to teach them that just because it's there doesn't mean it's yours. Yes. Good girl. So she had a little bit of struggle there. That's okay. Yes. Yes. And that's a leaf. Sit. So now, I think I told you, she's having trouble with sit because she's taught herself set. So we're going to change sit to on your bum. Ready? Okay. Phoebe. Happy on your bum. Yes. Girl. We also teach her a touch cue. A touch cue is a nose to fist bump. Come here, baby. Touch. Yes. So it's a nose bump. Touch. Yes. And we teach touch because we can use touch later to guide her in different things. Touch. Touch. Yes. It's okay. It's also helping her that if I put my hand out and I don't say touch, you go everywhere for touching. But if I put my hand out and I do say touch, touch, and she touches it, she does get a reward. So touch also helps the dog to learn not to be grabby at hands, because you only get a reward if I ask you to touch. But if I put my hand down and I don't say anything, she did exactly the right thing there, which was nothing, because I didn't say touch. But I put my hand down, Phoebe, and I say the word touch. She's confused. That's okay. Touch. Yes. Good girl. So that's okay. It gets her thinking. Hand with no cue means don't touch. Hand with cue, touch, means touch. This teaches them about being grabby. So also what we're trying to do is we're trying to teach her a lot of impulse control. Because she's a very active dog and she's a very smart dog, so she's lacks impulse control. And that's how dogs get in trouble. So we're going to teach her some impulse control. Now she's going to get some more treats, and we're going to move on to a different exercise. Come here, Phoebes. Okay, come on, Phoebe. So this next exercise here, we're using her mat, and I call it place, yes? And the idea with place is a boundary. You can do whatever you want on place, as long as it's on place. Sit, stand, dance a jig, whatever you want to do, as long as it's on place. So what I'm doing with her right now is I'm saying play. Oops, she's going to say yes, and drop food on the magic mat. And all she's going to learn is, as long as I stay on this place, woohoo, food comes to me. So what I do is I move around, I say yes, and I toss food. So in the beginning, we toss lots of food. She's a little itchy today because she's not used to wearing her harness every day. She only wears it when I bring her out places. Yes, of course. She still can't catch food. So let me just focus on her for a second. Yes. 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 Oops, that one came off, so that's my bad. Yes. 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 Uh-oh. If she comes off, I just say, uh-oh, and I walk her back. I don't even touch her, I just walk her back. What I don't do, though, is I don't give her a treat right away when she goes back. Yes. I wait a second or two, like that, and then I say yes and give her a treat. Because if I put her back and immediately give her a treat, she learns the pattern that getting off leads to a treat. So they figured that out really quickly. So it's really important that we have that little space in time so they figure out that it's not connected to getting off. Yes. So I start again. So in the beginning, lots of yeses and lots of treats. Yes. 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 You almost want her to, yes, not have time to think about getting off before another treat comes flying in her direction. Yes. 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 So I'm just helping her back here. She didn't quite come off, but her front feet came off. And I want to be very specific with her that if any of her is off, it should be an uh-oh. Because it's too much of a gray area for dogs to have part of me on and part of me off. So even one foot comes on, uh-oh. So I kind of went, there, but she corrected herself, yes. So as we go along, and she gets the idea that if she just sits here and waits, treats come in her direction, I can then slow down the delivery of the treats, yes. Because I can have more confidence that she's going to stay on the mat and wait for those treats to come to her. So place also teaches patience because they're learning to wait on that mat. Yes. This is one of the few times that I actually throw food on the floor. Most of the time I don't want them taking food off the floor, but off place is fine. Yes. So now she's better at this at home. Yes. This is a new environment for her. Yes, this is the first time I've had her in this hall. So this is a new environment for her. And every time you change environments, until the dogs become really proficient, when you change environments, it affects how they learn and it affects what they remember. Yes. Yes. So I want to try and get some distance here. So the idea is, as I do my yeses and my tosses, I should be able to walk farther away from her. Yes. 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 It just bopped off her head. Yes. Uh-oh. Oh. So I'm going to wait a second or two, I'm going to break contact, and then I'm going to come back. Yes. Yes. So what I'm kind of doing now is letting her eat the treat. Yes. Yes. As she looks up, uh-oh. We're trying to intercept that desire to get off. Yes. And then we increase our challenges. Can you stay on place if I turn sideways to you? Can you stay on place if I turn my back to you. Can you stay on place if I jog on the spot? Can you stay on place if I hop? Good girl. She came off with her front feet there and then she corrected herself. Good girl. So we increase the challenges. Can you stay on place if I bounce the ball? Can you stay on place if I knock on the door? Can you stay on place if I open the door? Can you stay on place if I sit in a chair? If I do this, if I do that, if I do the other. You can work it at supper time. You know, when you're at the table, have her and Maui's mats out, have them on their place, just aside from the table, not too far away to begin with because they're not used to that. And have a, you know, a bowl of treats on the table that's just for them. And then just eat the first few times. It's been annoying because you're trying to have dinner, but as you're eating, everyone say yes and toss one of their treats to them on their mat. Eat a little bit, yes, toss, and then gradually you lengthen out the time between the tosses until they're able to sit on their mats quietly and not bother you for an entire meal. And yes, you reward them. So the basic premise though is that we don't correct them for getting off as much as we reward them for being on. So it's a question of timing, getting those yeses and those treats in fast enough that she doesn't even have time to think about getting off. And then what happens is she starts to go, all I have to do is sit here and food comes to me. This is awesome. And they just, good girl. And they just start to wait. And then you lengthen the wait, increase the challenges. She's like, this harness is really bugging me. It's making me itchy. You're a good girl. Are you a good girl? Yes. Should we reload and get some more stuff? Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. All right, just gonna get some more treats and we're gonna move on to something else.